Happy Sunday, everybody. I don't know why I just decided that I can sing. Anywho, it's Sunday. I'm back with another video. I definitely had another video planned for today's video, but I decided to scratch that, and I decided I wanted to make a cute little like DIY two-piece outfit set. Now, if you're like around my age, you know that they are kicking off the second Millennium Tour with like Omarion, not B2K, Omarion, Bow Wow, and I think like still the Yin Yang Twins. I think Chingy still, Mario. I think they added Sammy, Pretty Ricky, I think. I don't know the lineup. I'm actually not going this year. I went last year and it was a blast. I literally felt like I was back at like 13, 14 years old with my two best friends, and it was a lot of fun. They did their thing on that. So hopefully they can deliver another good tour this year. But anywho, since I'm not going, I decided why not just make a cute little outfit to inspire some of you all if you're trying to figure out what you want to wear for the tour. So in this video, I'll just show you how to make a cute DIY two-piece set. Now, I am gonna maybe use some stuff that you may not have around your home, but all these things are very inexpensive and it's easy to get. Like, you can literally get all these things at Walmart or even the Google store. So stay tuned. Here is a hoodie that I purchased from Goodwill. It's a men's size large. I am going to cut right under the letters so I can go ahead and make the top and the bottom. Just be careful that you don't cut yourself or cut too much, so just kind of take your time with this. So now I'm going to use a skirt that I already have to help me kind of get a good size of the skirt. If you're going to do this method, just make sure you flatten out your top skirt so you can kind of get the best measure as possible. And so here I am. I'm going to actually cut the sides of the black and gray hoodie because on one side we're going to use the fabric glue, and then the other side we're going to use the grommet holes to do the lace up feature on the skirt. Now that the two sides are cut, now it's time to glue one side of the skirt. The way I measured mine was very janky. I measured by just using my hand. So I measured 4 finger length to glue it down. So as you can tell, I keep pressing down my hand to make sure that both sides are somewhat the same measurement. So I'm just using some heavy duty fabric glue that I've actually purchased that one from Hobby Lobby, but they have them at Walmart as well. So just be very generous with this because you want to make sure it sticks, and you don't want to be out in public and your skirt just come undone. Like, that ain't hot. So just be very generous with this. Make sure when you are using this glue, make sure you are in a heavily vented area because it was super strong. And yeah, I should have been wearing a mask and I should have had a window open, but it's all good. So just kind of press it down. Just a little tip, if you want to ensure that the fabric and the glue stick together, try using some potato chip bag clips to clamp the two pieces together. That way it can evenly dry and it can make sure that it actually sticks. Keep in mind the other side of the skirt will be used to add the eyelets for the lace-up feature of the skirt. And so here next, you'll see that I have already added one. Y'all, that one, it took me a long time to get on there. But then I finally figured it out. So now I'm just adding a hole to add the second grommet to the skirt. If you purchase the tool, just follow the instructions on the back of the package on how to use the tool properly. Also, keep in mind, please don't make a large hole. Just start off with a small hole and then work your way up to a hole that's big enough for the eyelet to fit inside. So here I am just hammering down on the grommet eyelet. Now, y'all, this took me a while to do. I know my neighbors hate me because it was super loud, and I had to at least do it for at least, I think, 8 or 9 times. So yeah, so I finally got one side of it done. And so for the next side, you just kind of want to line it up to make sure that the holes will be, somewhat aligned evenly. Now, you really won't be able to tell if it's not, but you kind of want to make sure it's straight as possible or aligned as possible. So just make your holes. I'm using scissors. You can pretty much use whatever you want, but I find that the scissors are the easiest way to make the holes. Again, start out with a small hole and then kind of work the eyelet in so it can fit, because you don't want it to be too big and then the eyelet won't be able to fit inside. So I'm just adding the back of that, and I am just using my tool to hammer down on the back of the eyelet. Again, this kind of took me a minute, but once you do about, 4 or 5 of them, you'll be able to swiftly do the rest of them. Now that the grommets are all attached, just kind of make sure they all line up. And now it's time to actually cut the extra piece of fabric that we kind of left after we had glued the 2 pieces together, because you kind of don't want that bulking out. So I am just taking out the pins, and I am just making sure that it's dry. Now, for this particular fabric glue, I'm supposed to leave it overnight, but for the purpose of the video, I didn't have time to do that, so it was dry for the purpose of the video. And so I cut out the excess fabric material, kind of went back and took some more, and I did that on both sides of the skirt. And as you see here, I'm just trying to making sure that I don't have a lot of fabric left. In the next to last step, you will need to print off your desired image on your heat transfer paper that you can place inside of a printer machine. Before you attach the image, please remove the back from the image so the image can adhere to the hoodie. And as you can tell, I am struggling with that right now. So just make sure you're being very gentle with it, because you don't want to tear it or ruin the image that you just printed. Now, just some tips about attaching this. When you are using your iron, please make sure it is on a low to medium setting. Don't be like me and have it on the highest setting, because you can possibly melt the image too much, or kind of burn or singe the image onto the hoodie. So just apply a little bit of pressure as you smooth over your image, and just make sure you have something that's in between the image and the iron. So, obviously you don't want to melt the image on your iron and on the hoodie. So just take your time and just be gentle. So for the last step, my phone decided that it did not want to film anymore. So I don't have the footage of me creating the B2K logo and me cutting it with my Cricut machine. But that's all I did. I just made a quick logo in the Cricut design program, and then I used my Cricut machine to cut it out. So here it is attached to the hoodie to cover up the rest of that kickboxing logo. You can't even tell that it used to have a different logo on it, so I was very pleased with the outcome. So after all that is done, you now have a cute custom DIY 2-piece that you can rock on the Millennium Tour. So if you are going, I hope you have a good time. And do the chicken head for me one good time if Chinky is still going. I actually don't know who's actually on the lineup this go around, but I'm sure it'll be fun. So yeah, so before I end this video, I wanted to let you all know the winner of the custom glitter shadow box, and the winner is Kayla in Bright Bright. She liked the video, she left a comment, and she is now subscribed to my channel. So thank you for doing all those things, Kayla, and congratulations on winning, and I will be contacting you soon about your prize. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, and please subscribe to my channel, and have a great day.